Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Suzanne Kiss. I am the Administrative Assistant with the Connecticut State Library's Division of Library Development.
Good morning. I'm Ashley Sklar. I'm the Adult Services and Community Engagement Consultant.
We have just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started with the session this morning. First of all, we are recording the session and we will be sharing it afterwards on our DLD Minis LibGuide, which is one of our newest LibGuides. There are captions available in Zoom for you if you need it. And Ashley and I are happy to take questions as we go along. So if you think of something, please feel free to either interrupt us as we're speaking or pop something into the chat. We will be keeping an eye on that as well. So today we're going to be continuing a new series called DLD Minis, which consists of a rotating cast of DLD staff members who are taking no more than 30 minutes to focus in on a specific aspect or element of DLD programming, resources, tools, and in the process answer any questions that you may have about it. And for today's edition, we are going to be talking about DLD communications. Ashley and I are the communications duo here at DLD, and we are very happy to be presenting this to you today. Rather than use slides, however, we're going to just share our screen and journey through some of our LibGuides together today, starting with the DLD in the News LibGuide. And I'm going to turn that over to Ashley.
Great. Thank you, Suzanne. So I'm going to start sharing my screen with you all. Bear with me a moment. Oh, okay. And we will walk you through. All right. Suzanne, you're seeing the screen okay?
I am seeing the screen.
Excellent. All right, so we are here at the DLD homepage, which you probably all have bookmarked, so I'm sure this will look very familiar to you. So to find our DLD News LibGuide, you're going to scroll down here. We have some kind of key links. We have a DLD Essentials bar here, and then DLD Quick Links, and you see this newspaper icon here. This is going to be what we're going to dig into today. So this brings you to the main page. This is a separate LibGuide. So this is the DLD in the News LibGuide. And you can see we just have some welcoming information, a little bit about us, and then all of the resources that are here in this guide. And you'll see that this list here in the body of the page mirrors what is over here in the left-hand side navigation menu. So you can use either one to navigate whatever your preference. So you can see we have a page for DLD newsletters, DLD children's and YA newsletters, a newsletter sign-up page, a media coverage page, press releases, and social media. So we're going to touch on all of these today, and I will turn it back to Suzanne to start us.
We're going to start off talking about DLD monthly newsletters. The newsletters are created in, you want to get one up for them?
Yeah, let's jump over here.
This is the most recent newsletter that came out a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of September. So the newsletters are created in a digital marketing platform called Constant Contact. And as you can see, as Ashley scrolls down, it includes a plethora of information. It's always just bursting with stuff about DLD initiatives, professional development, continuing education programs, library data updates, E-rate technology, our digital library, our collections, news of note, which usually pertains to something happening within that month. The content comes primarily from DLD staff, but it also comes from the contact listserv, internet articles, community partners, and every month is different. We're always updating information because we want everyone reading this to have obviously the most current up-to-date information about what's happening at DLD. The newsletters are sent out on or around the first of every month to a pretty wide audience that includes educators, legislators, community partners, and librarians within Connecticut, but also across the nation. And a little later, Ashley is going to be sharing with you about how to sign up for the newsletter in case you would like to be included on the mailing list. And Ashley, I'm going to turn it back to you to talk about our children's newsletter.
Excellent. Thank you, Suzanne. So I'll jump back over here to the LibGuide. And you'll see on this newsletters page too, we keep kind of the current, like a couple years worth of newsletters here for you to take a peek at. And similar here, when we jump over to the children's and YA newsletters, same thing. We keep a couple years worth of backlog if you'd like to go review. So I'm going to jump over here. We use that same platform, Constant Contact, to do our children and YA newsletter. This comes out bi-monthly or every other month. So this is our latest edition, which was also came out mid-month, mid-September. We like Bitmojis over here. Kim is a big Bitmoji fan, and I get to have really a lot of fun creating these every couple of months. So there's lots in here, very similar. This is kind of course, youth services and YA focus. So there's always kind of something about summer reading, depending where we are in the cycle. As we all know, summer reading is really like a year-round process, even if it's not all live and reading during those summer months. There's workshops here. Primarily, these are coming from us at DLD and DLD staff presenting these. And then we're going to keep going. We put resources here. You'll see some overlapping material, of course, because a lot of what we do at DLD is for all ages and all audiences. So our podcast Under the Charter Oak, if you haven't listened yet, I recommend it. There's some Read Squared. This is a year-round reading resource. So we have some information there. STEM Spotlight kits to borrow. We have our MLSC reads. These are the Bitmojis of our three fabulous youth services folks here. So they're always sharing with you what books they're reading. So you can check those out, explore. We have a section here that we called MLSC Out in the Wild. So where do all these MLSC collection materials go and what do they do when they leave our building? We want to hear. So we hear from someone each newsletter edition about whether they've borrowed a book bundle or a book kit or a puppet. So we like to share that. And Kim is a reader, as you probably know. So we always like to share what is she reading up on in youth services? And so there's often scholarly articles and journal articles and things that are kind of sharing and touching on things that might be relevant for library folks here in Connecticut. So lots in there to pursue. All right, back over to the LibGuide. So how do you get these fine newsletters, you ask? We have a page for that. So if you jump over here, this is directly for Constant Contact. So you could just pop in your email, your first name, your last name, and your company, AKA your library. And then you can choose your list, which one you'd like to join. So whether you want to sign up for Children's with YA or just DLD or both, of course, and then sign up and that's it. So you'll get those right to your inbox for you. So from there, I'm going to jump to our next page and talk about media coverage. So we try to capture all the media relating to DLD, and if you've been following news this year, there's been a lot of coverage. So there's a lot here. This 2025 is going to look like no other year, I think, for us so far anyway. And so there's lots here. Again, we do try to keep a couple years worth of media coverage here live and public facing. Of course, we have more internally. If you're interested in that, we're happy to share that too. But we just try to document. We use Google Alerts to get notifications for a lot of these to make sure that we're tracking it. We do report on media coverage as an agency and to our federal partner IMLS too, and part of our report. So it's important to document. We also have a press releases page. Not quite as much here. We save press releases and media announcements for really like big events or big grants or big initiatives. Most recently, our Excellence in Public Libraries Award, a fabulous event. We'll be doing that award again. But just, things worth noting and worth sharing kind of really broadly across the state. So you can find that here. And again, same thing, we keep like a couple years up here and of course have more backlogs. So if you ever wanted to see deeper, please just ask. And next up, Suzanne for social media.
Social media, that is another very important aspect of DLD's communications. And as you can see on our social media page, we do have links for Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. We share a lot of information about upcoming programs, highlight newsworthy updates, and we do celebrate some national and international days of note. I get to do that, and that is so much fun discovering, you know, what is the National Day of Coffee and what is National Authors Day, and we like to highlight those things too as well. Yeah, speaking of coffee. And then we also have a wide variety of videos on our YouTube page from past programs. And so actually it's going to open that up just so we can walk you through that a little bit. There is a lot of great stuff on here. So if you just land on the home page, what you'll see when you first land there are the most recent videos that have been posted. If you want to keep up to date, you can just do that. However, there are some other ways to find them, the videos as well. If you're looking for a specific program, like let's say you're looking for videos from All CT Reads, if you click on the playlist tab, what you'll see is that all the videos for each subject are categorized together. So if you wanted All CT Reads, for example, you can click there and you can view the full playlist of everything All CT Reads related. And that goes back a number of years as well. So that is a very easy way to find something if you are looking for, like I said, a specific program or specific initiative. Or if you just want to browse our videos and just see what we have to offer, you can also just click on the videos tab. And just so you can choose up on that left side, it says either latest, popular, or oldest. You can just pick one of those. You can go from oldest to most recent. You can see what our most popular videos are. Just a really kind of fun way to go in and just peruse around and see what we have to offer in terms of our programs. I took a look at this while we were prepping for this. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. So, and next up, we're going to talk a little bit about our weekly wrap up. So the weekly wrap up is really a snapshot of things DLD that are happening week to week. It is sent out via our contact listserv every Friday. And similarly to the monthly newsletter, it offers information about initiatives and programs. It offers information about our continuing education and professional development programming, E-rate, technology, news of notes section as well. As we scroll down, resources including library data information, our digital library, and then there's also a collection section. So what we really try to do here is really, because the target audience for the weekly wrap-up are Connecticut librarians. So we really try to focus on the information, the resources, the collections that would be of most interest to librarians throughout the state. And so how do you get that, you ask? Well, you can sign up. If you're not already on the contact listserv, you can sign up for it. Now, finding it is a little bit tricky. We're going to remedy that at some point, but for now, I'm going to teach you how to find the information on how to sign up for the listserv. So if you are on the DLD homepage and you click the DLD resources tab, you scroll down a little bit and you see that Connecticut Libraries Help Center. You click on that. And a lot of great stuff comes up. But if you go to the left where it's highlighted in blue there, the new Connecticut Library Employees, you click on that. Do you see why we're teaching you this? And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see an entire list of all of our listservs. So we do have a lot more than Contact. We have Deliver It. We have Goodnight Moon, which is for children's services. We have SOAR, which is for older adults. We have SPEAK, which is for young adult services. So there is a lot of information, and all of them are free. All of them are available and accessible by Connecticut librarians. But to sign up for them, what you do is, you take that Excel document and you click on that. We've already done that. We've done that work for you. And what you'll get is this really great spreadsheet of all the different listservs with the information on how to submit a request to be signed up for each of them. And on the right-hand side, you'll see the person who is in charge of the listserv. So let's say you're having trouble signing up, or you're already on that particular listserv, but you're having a problem receiving or sending information. You can reach out to that person. Ashley and I collectively manage the contact listserv. So if anybody is having any issues with that, you can feel free to reach out to either one of us or both of us, and we would be happy to help you. So if you are not already on Contact, it's a great resource, not just for the weekly wrap up, but it's a discussion forum really, and there's a lot of great information that librarians throughout the state share with each other as well. So with that, Ashley, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. So this is everything we have to share with you today. I am going to stop sharing my screen and just say thank you to you all for joining us. If there's questions, we're happy to take them. I'm just going to go over a few other wrap-up things, but feel free to either put something in the chat or unmute. So we have more DLD minis, as Suzanne alluded to. So the next one is coming up. It is on October 16th at 10 a.m. and it is on Category 2 funding for internal Wi-Fi connections. And that's with Chris Gavreau, our E-rate and LSTA grants coordinator and our digital navigation consultant. She's excellent. And, these are meant to be under 30 minutes, bite size. So she's going to make all of that accessible for you. And there'll be more. So now you can sign up for our DLD newsletter or the listserv. And so you'll always get to know what are the latest DLD minis coming up. Or of course, you can visit the LibGuide. I had dropped the link to that earlier, where we will post all of the recordings of these DLD minis. And with all DLD programs, we'll follow up with an evaluation in about an hour or so. So if you have a minute, share with us. We read those. And as this is a new program, we really appreciate the feedback. And if you have ideas for a future DLD mini that you'd like to see, put that in the comments in that evaluation. We will happily read that and put that into place. So if there's no questions, I will just say thank you all and take care.
Thanks so much, everybody.